Greetings and welcome to my World of Tanks video. This is the video where you don't want to make your choice for the tank that you're going to get until I tell you everything you need to know so that you can make the informed choice. Now, this is for the Lunar New Year operation. And the reason you see this T.A.N.K is that this tank is the tank I will be choosing for myself. Now, there's two reasons for that. Number one, I already have the other tank, which is the Chinese Tier 7 Type 62 light tank. But even if I didn't already have that tank, I would still choose this tank, and the reason is fairly simple. This tank is a black box tank. If you go look in the premium tech tree, you'll find this on the far right side, last column of the Tier 8 tanks. And what that means is you can't buy this tank at any time. This tank would only be available for an operation like this, a promotional giveaway. It could be in a card, or it could be in a special sale. So you could still get this tank in the future, but the opportunity is much reduced. So that's the reason, is that this tank, it's more expensive. If they had it for sale, it would be more expensive than the Type 62 light tank. Now, this is a goofy tank. This is not a great light tank Tier 8. It's a goofball. This is like the, it has a brother, and its brother is the turtle. And the turtle is another goofball tank, but it's just kind of a fun tank to play. The big brother of the turtle and the T.A.N.K is the Tusk, which is a Tier 10 version of this goofball. Now, the thing that's cool about this tank is that you have the goofy skin with all the, toy stuff on there, the stuffed teddy bear on the turret, the wacky rockets taped or glued to the side. It's a goofball tank. And so this is, just a fun tank for goofing around purposes. In a match, this tank would be fine if you use it as a defensive rover. You're not going to go out and dominate the field in this tank. It has a fairly slow reload. The stock reload on this tank is about 14 seconds. But again, this is not a tank that one gets to win matches specifically off of its abilities. It's really a goof-off tank. But the thing is, it's rare. So the reason that I would acquire this tank if I had the choice between A or B is that it's rare, and you're just not going to be able to get it. And if you, like I said, if you were going to buy this down the road, it costs a lot more. I have the Type 62, and it's a Tier 7 light tank, which I don't use. I've literally never played that tank. This one would be worthy of playing and goofing around with it. There's another goof around tank that I played a few times. It's a mercenary tank called Stubbs. Much like the Tusk, it's a goof off tank. It's still good. It's not complete garbage. But it's a goof off tank. So it's a novelty. There you go. When I say goof off, I guess the real word for that is a novelty tank. And that's what this is. This is a novelty. It looks cool. It's a goofy dude. There's a skin for the Super Chaffee. If you have a Super Chaffee, there is a skin that you could get for that right in the appearance tab. And it looks sort of like this. It has like those stupid rockets glued on there, or whatever you want to call it. So that is the main thing. We're not talking about anything spectacular. It's just, it's rare. And that the Type 62 is, it's a dime a dozen. You could just go get a Tier 7 from any line of any nation light tank and replace that Type 62. Unless for some reason you think you need a Type 62. The Type 62 you most likely would want to have would be the Dragon, which is the Halloween version. Just, giving you the heads up on that one. But this dude is a wacko. I mean, the stop sign, that's fantastic. The goofball design element here, makes it, fun. I don't even know what this nuclear waste receptacle or it beats the heck out of me, man. Really? A life preserver ring, that's funny. I mean, look at those wheels. You got that spiral cone on that wheel. You've got those like Road Warrior death spikes on the center wheel. You've got a like a piece of a fence or whatever that to make a cow catcher, like an 1800 steam train. This thing is an abomination of goofiness, and that's what makes it cool. I mean, look, you got the teddy bear. It's fantastic. So I wanted to give you guys the heads up on this tank. Now, the operation is super simple and super easy. The thing about the operation is that you gain a point for winning a game, just being on the winning team. You also will gain 1 point for either killing a tank or spotting a tank. So one of my subscribers wrote a message, said it's going to be difficult for him to get 500 points. And I said, no, it's going to be easy. And it will be easy. Just go to the German or Russian tech trees. Get a Tier 3 light tank. The German light tank you can buy for dirt cheap. That's like 30,000 or 40,000 silver. Is a Panzer 1C. You can hop that dude up and it will go 91. And so it's a terrific spotting tank. So get a Panzer 1C, go 91 and spot the heck out of dudes. You'll make it. No big deal. Or you can actually do both of these things. You could use a Locust Premium if you had it. Again, super fast tank, very small, great spotter. Tier 3. And that the key thing is staying as low on a tier tree as possible because the games will play faster. So you'll get 10 matches an hour. All right. You can also go to the Russian tech tree, Tier 3 BT7. That dude, when you customize that, it'll go 83 or more. Another very fast tank. So if you want, you can go get both. Go get a Panzer 1C and a BT7 and just cycle those. Run one and then run the other. Then run one, then run the other. Bing, bang, boom. The odds are you're going to win about half of your matches anyway. So you should have no trouble knocking this off in several days. But you got to get out there and get after it. Like I said, if you want to do it the easiest way, get that Panzer 1C and that BT7, those Tier 3s. You could get a Tier 3 M3 Stuart. Pretty good, not as fast as those other ones. You're looking for light tanks that have super speed. And realistically, those the German and Russian ones are the best ones to use. And you could do this no problem. That's in case someone isn't really a good light tank player specifically. You don't have to be great to spot a lot of dudes in a Panzer 1C or a BT7. Just get out there and use your speed. Get to the enemy, spot tank. You'll know when you spot one and then turn around. So it'll help you get some ideas maybe to learn to play light tanks, maybe even a little bit better just from the repetition. So that's the thing that will help you, is that score some points, play some games, get a free tank. So I left this picture up here because this is the picture I want people to see in the thumbnail of the video. So they'll go, I need to see this. So basically, like I said, my friend calculated it out. He said, well, if you score 2 points a game, then it's going to take you a minimum of 250 games. Now, the thing is, you're not going to win every game, but you can spot a tank just about every game. In fact, if you don't spot a tank every game, I don't know what you're doing. Maybe someone's beating you to it, okay? But that's why you would want to get a Panzer 1C, because that dude will blaze 91. It's hard to outrun a guy who goes 91 who's looking to spot guys. And then, like I said, you just, run those, go look around, see if there's any. There might be some French ones. There might be some other light tanks that have some high speed stock. And that would help a lot. Because this operation isn't difficult, but it's going to take quite a bit of games. So you have to get out there and get after it. It might take you a whole week to do it. But if you get on it, you're going to get it. Like I said, now if you can, win games and spot a tank or kill a tank, hey, that's just a double bonus. I can do it myself in artillery. I can do both of those things. But goofing around with the light tanks will be fun too. So hopefully this will help you out. Because like I said, the Type 62 is nothing special. Now, it's a Chinese New Year thing. So it makes sense that you have a Chinese tank out there as part of the deal. But this T.A.N.K is way more interesting to me. The goof-off factor is just through the roof. So I did my job. I told you how you could do this challenge easier, and I also showed you which of the two tanks is the most valuable / hardest to get, and that is the one you're looking at, the T.A.N.K. So hopefully this will help you guys make your decision. Please like the video, subscribe, tell your friends, leave us a comment, tell us what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.